Alright. We're back. Here's hoping that we can actually make progress this time. I say make progress. We did get, like, some envelopes. So that's neat. But would like to make more progress, in fact. Would also like for this child to be able to go to the outer room first. And save on some steps. But whatever. Sure, let's see what's in this trading post. There's a shovel spot. Dynamite, a little too dangerous to pick up, really? Hmm. So that's a question. What am I intending to get to that room? Or from that game? Hmm. Why can't I pick up the dynamite? The thing is, there aren't that many possibilities for what you can do with this game. This has those three options on the rightmost column. Hmm. So I think I understand this, right? There aren't that many states possible. Oh, where are you yellow? Oh, am I trying to... Hang on. What did I do that made you yellow? Oh, wait, am I trying to get... Okay, I'm trying to get one in each corner. Ooh, an allowance token. Yay, free money. The best kind of money. Pick up the dynamite, Simon. Hmm. Alright, let's do this. I'm not going to actually take the car keys. I shouldn't have even entered the room. But yes, I am hoping that I will be able to get the other stuff that I need. The car yard is nice. Especially because it has item. And 2 dig spots. So I should try and get a shovel. Yeah. No, it does not. Alright, let's get this parlor game. No magnifying glass. The blue box is false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. And the white box is false. Okay, so if you're telling the truth, it means that you're telling a lie and the gems are in a box with a true statement. And you're telling a lie and they're in the white box. Okay, if you're telling a lie, that means that this is true. And this is true, and regardless, they're in the white box. So we don't know the truth of any of the boxes, but we do know that you have it. Right, and I recorded that the den has a... or the parlor has a platform. Yes, I did. Okay, great. Coins, money, or a key? Money. Extra breaks in office? What does that mean? Ah. Well, you see, I need to use the west wing right now, because I want to get the garage. And you have to let me get the garage. What are you pointing me to, metal detector? Ah. Okay, there's the garage, which gives me a bunch of keys. Now I just need the utility closet. Please, game. You have to... Or, no, whatever the thing is. The circuit breaker. Game, you have to. You have to. You have to, game. Ah, right, yes, that is very silly of them. Gonna take the bedroom here. Alright. I believe this drawing room will get me what I need. I believe in the drawing room. I believe in the drawing room. Oh, but the library. Alright, fine, fine. A library. Alright. The History of Our India, 2nd edition. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fanary Central Board of Education. It has been edited to conform to our department's standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Detective Bon Markle. Mary Jones and Herbert. Okay. Oh. Okay. Redacted, the name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters. Redacted is no longer redacted, known to the average citizen. Redacted of the elder generation. Redacted. Redacted, we must. Redacted. Permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon. Redacted. Our past. Redacted. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Ajera, by the ascension of the first king, redacted, whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, the redacted, a new kingdom was born, redacted. 2nd era. It was the 4th king, redacted, who split this vast domain in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and the hot spring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift, redacted. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Eraja, redacted, a land steeped in tradition, redacted. As the Second Era drew to a close, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. Succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by many, many redacteds. Commerce between the three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. Alright, so we know from the child lessons, right, that this is a mountain that's yellow. This is an hourglass that's purple. This is a something that's orange. In the lessons, it was a heart, but this doesn't look like it has that shape, the remaining unredacted part. So I am curious as to what events transpired that made it become a heart, and to what it was before. Fourth... Oh wait, I should... Can I not read what's behind the... Okay, fine. As the kingdom redacted entered the Fourth Era, a different kind of ruler took power. King Desilets III was a redacted king who was often seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well. The king of redacted. Something viewed unbecoming of his redacted common folk. These voices planted the seed which took root in the grand city of Fen. Is that correct, grammar? Who knows? Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition, an uncensored copy of the history of Orindia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection. But perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say well done, fair play. And perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you have given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Margle, Redguard. Need to fix. Redguard, you say? Oh, okay. Never mind. You could have just done this. So he moved something. I guess like this is a permanent capital kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. Unclear. The Era of Ruin. After the passing of King Desilets III, the Fourth Era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. Thinking emoji. On the very next day, the 6th of October, Prince Leosin of Fen declared himself the true monarch. Okay, so Leosin of Fen, former monarch, took power on October 6th. This declaration was bolstered by a packed number of supporters, due to the fact that Desolate IV shared redacted little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. The Fensurrection. The Fensurrection. Yeah, former not monarch, actually, former pretender. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by the neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the royal family, of the former royal family, fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. The current era. Today the realms inhabited by the 3, Fen, Ares, Arch Ares, and Raja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. A spruce and birch that span across the realm serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. Redacted. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. Redacted. Ooh, is that a gem? Ooh, I want a bookshop. Mailroom would be nice to get at some point, but I want a bookshop. Oh, the bookshop has a black bishop. Okay. History of India, first edition. 50 gold? 50 gold? A new clue, 50 gold. Oh my god, this is so mean. Alright, I'll get Drafting Strategy Volume 4. Why not? Alright, so where is this? Bookshop is the 6th shop. See, I bet there's gonna be something where... what am I thinking? Where, like, I'll need to get every single room that contains a white chess piece, or every single room that contains a black chess piece, something like that. And it will be very annoying. Reading to Tarot, the new clues sold out in hours. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marian Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. The current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating the writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance. In addition, the publisher has revealed that all of the proceeds from first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a non-profit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margot, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together, elbow to elbow, in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very well be the last words ever published by the missing author. What are your colors? Why are your colors this way? So like 3 purples, a green. This feels like it's telling me to do something, but one, I don't have any black rooms. Or like dark blue rooms, right? So, Good to know that if I ever have lots and lots of money, like I did, like either last run or the run before, I can get bookshopped. So mean. So mean. I need the circuit breaker though. Come on, game, you have to give me a circuit breaker. None of these are the circuit breaker, and they don't let me go forward, so I might as well. Yes! Oh, thank God. Hooray! We can go out for a drive. I could have done this the first time I got the car keys, but I didn't. But I screwed it up. Alright, so how many rooms will I take? Okay, so I can explore the bottom right too. Yeah, this way. And then our beloved courtyard. Sure, let's get a secret passage. And then what kind of room are we going to? Hallway, green room, bedroom, red room, gold room. Maybe I can get lucky and get the dark room and also a magnifying glass somehow. Nope. Let's just aquarium then. I don't think I need food. I think that I have finished up my locations. So what does that leave? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Items aren't really useful at this stage, I don't think. Especially because I have no money. And this isn't useful either. So might as well. Oh, yeah, you do have a magnifying glass, but I don't have money, and I can't get to the dark room anyway. I want to see the pool. But, oh well. Let's finish this up. Alright, and I'm not going to do any fancy business because I know that I'm kind of running out of steps. Otherwise, I would go and see if I could trade in this metal detector for something at the trading post. Ooh, lightning. Ooh, it's really wet outside too. Cool. But, not worth. Just not worth. Should I check the metal detector? Do I lose anything by checking the metal detector? I don't think so. The drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights. Small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. The goods are already secure and in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's set schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. Wait, that was, I didn't need the, what? That's what that was, there was just an upgrade. What? I feel so cheated by the fact I can't go for a goddamn drive. What is that, like moonshine or something? There's no way the car keys are worth just one little note. I do not believe that. Hmm. Yeah, and he has a right to crash this car. Wait, 14227. No, that was 45272 is what was written on that other thing. Hmm. So who's Denny? Do I know who Denny is? Let the kid do donuts in the garden. There's nobody here. It's not dangerous except for him. He has a right. He has a right. I don't have any room that has a computer in it, right? No, of course not. So, I mean, okay, I've got myself an allowance now. I guess that's something. I don't know what, like, this is a very difficult thing to get, given that it requires an entire item that can't do anything else, right? So why is it here? Also, did I check the garage? Room 14. Garage, do you have any chess pieces? I'm not seeing any chess pieces. Chat, does anyone see any chess pieces? Let the kid drive. Ooh, that was like a second, maybe. Alright, no chess pieces. And there's no other... One, two, three, four, five, six, and then I pass out. Yeah, okay. Nope. Alright, call it a day. Yep, there's that mountain. The one from the pictures. Okay, let's go schoolhousing again, actually. Anything's different here? Nope, we already got you. Oh, I can shut that off at will as well. Why might I want to do that? Anyway, let's see if we can't make it to that grade 8 classroom. We can't. We definitely can't, but let's try. None of these are classrooms. None of these are classrooms. Okay, let's get the pump user manual. Yay, classroom! I can't use this as well as I would like, but this at least means that my other classrooms will be not grade 1. Oh, that one's bright. Okay, so let's just corroborate. Ooh, magnifying glass, that's useful. Okay, so each color is only used twice, right? But you used 3 blues and 3 reds and still got 10 out of 12, which means that everything that isn't blue or red needs to be correct. And so yes, the flag, the heart flag still is orange, which is what I wanted to check. And yep, this one has to be yellow because this one was green. Yep, okay, cool. Colors. And unfortunately, I can't get the benefits of classroom because this was a dead end. But perhaps I can get another classroom. None of those are classroom. I'll take a hallway. Classroom. Before I enter the... Okay, it doesn't actually matter because that was a bedroom. Never mind. Classroom. This does buff my classrooms at least. All the classrooms I'm not going to get. Classroom. Classroom. Pantries are fine, I guess. God, it's really just going. Classroom. Classroom. Fuck it. I genuinely just want at least one more classroom game. Alright, I've never been to a locksmith, so we can enter the locksmith and see what's here. A lockpick kit for 10. Okay, is there anything else here besides that? It's not a pier, so no chess pieces, no nothing. Great, goodbye all of my money. Can I even buy one key? No, of course not. None of these are my classroom. A shovel is nice though, I guess. So the thing is, right, like once I get a classroom, yes. No, that traps me. All of these trap me. I didn't even get my second classroom. This is just bullying at this point. Yay, a sledgehammer. That's useful, right? Whatever, I'll go back to the outer room so I can at least shovel that dirt. Very mean of the game. An unremarkable rock. Yay. Alright. I mean, at least it was a quick day. I literally never had an opportunity to use the classroom special ability. Not even once. Oh, that's where my allowance went. Okay. I see. Alright, fine. Let's try and go green. I don't think it'll work, but might as well try, right? Do those not count as foods? Simon, you gotta get less picky. Eat the freaking turnip. Is it healthy to eat an uncooked turnip? Does not matter. Eat it. Green? Any greens for any greens? Do I want the metal detector? Like, for real? Probably should have gotten it, actually, but whatever. Pantry is just a nice room to have. Security or hallway? Let's take security. And let's set that offline behavior. So then if I get the utility closet, then I get lots of not locked security doors. So here's hoping. Ooh, a laundry room. I don't think I'm gonna get green rooms. Let's see what's in the laundry room. Seems really niche. 'Cause it's so expensive. Is there a chess piece anywhere in here? Ah, this needs boiler room power. I imagine this will just give me like a couple coins or something from here. Because there's no puzzle beyond that. And so it'll be like whatever other room that was. The furnace that gave me a key in exchange for filling the entire house with red rooms. Yeah, very worth it, right? Courtyard gives me more dig spots for if I get lucky ever and get a shovel ever. This might have a shovel. It won't, but it might. Alright, with the second key, I'm willing to use one on this trunk. And would you look at that? A key to the secret garden. No, a silver key. Less cool than the key to the secret garden. Probably should have redrawn that, honestly, or taken the guest bed, but whatever. Alright, sure. Let's use the drawing room. But now I'm out of gems, which is bad. Okay, would you look at that? 2 gems. Box next to this box displays a false statement. The box next to this box contains the gems. Ah, well, you don't display a false statement. You display no statement, which means that you're telling the truth, and it's the white box. Yeah, let's get that commissary. Maybe there will be a shovel? There is a shovel. That is useful. With our many dig spots. Safety deposit box key. Unlocks box 233. Okay, well that's still had all the information needed, so whatever. Alright, drawing room. Give me a green room. The lab isn't bad. Do I want it more than a green room? In a green room I'm not going to get. I mean... let's redraw. Sure. Well, let's get digging at least. An oversized turnip. There you go. Single coin. Another turnip. Another coin. Alright, we can check what was in that outside dig spot. There's multiple coins, that's better than one coin. Allegedly. A worthless old shoe. A worthless old brick. Well, I've got plenty of steps. Let's just check for more dig spots, I guess. No, I'm not going to use up a key because keys can be valuable. Yep. You're fucking with me. I would have had the boiler room next to the lab. The game was really gonna let me have that. I really don't like the roguelite stuff. You said rooms with 4 doors are likely to be red rooms, so it's not even that helpful. Alright, let's just take the library and get out. Create a useless magnifying glass. The EPCW pump system is engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume to several designated tanks and aquatic house features, be it an aquarium, fountain, or good old-fashioned swimming pool. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs, one button for each different water source on the estate. Function simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, simply press the button labeled Pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if its corresponding button is selected. After you've selected a course using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to pump either in or out. This will initiate water flow to or from one of your supply tanks. The pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store and retrieve even more water, recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. In these cases, the tank a pump is using can be changed by a simple flip of a switch. Quick Start Guide. Use water control panel to select water source. Use pump lever to set water flow direction. That's it. Yay, I feel so... Oh my god, it was the first day. Wait. I was a day late. Freaking okay. I have to add 6 to the number of days, not Alright, next time I get the shelter, I can use the time save, I guess. Oh wait, unless this is the previous day, in which case it's November 5. Whatever. I just find myself thinking that, like, the conceit of this game is neat, but it's not, like, good. I don't want to deal with having to roguelite into specific combinations for the sake of doing puzzles. I don't really want any of these. I'll take a hovel, I guess. Which is actually probably worse than nothing, but... guess I need to prioritize bedrooms, even though, like... this just doesn't give the control. Thing is, gems are useless. This is giving me more room, so I have to pick it. Sure. And all of these are completely useless. Is it bad to say that I just really don't want to finish this game very much? If I had more control over being able to solve the puzzles, maybe, but I don't. Freezes my accounts. Luxury items. The only thing I can get from the bookshop right now is what, like the terrible, or like the architect, or the drafting guide volume 5 or whatever. It's what, 9 money is not a lot of money, I think. Let's get the showroom. See what luxury items are for sale. Moon pendant. If I call it a day while wearing the moon pendant, and we'll start tomorrow with 2 of... When that says 2 of the... Oh, with 2... Okay, so I'll keep 2 items in my inventory if I do that. It opens all normal doors. While drafting, I may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. I may rotate floor plans. Interesting. These are some very, like, nationalist designs. Sure, let's get a fancy key. Hopefully not a normal key. It'll be, I mean, it'll be a normal key, not a fancy one, but we can but hope. 4 times 4. 3 times 6. Four plus 1 minus 1 times 1 divided by 1. That's gaming right there. The key to the secret garden. Finding it won't be easy. Okay, so the showroom, like, didn't have any chess pieces, right? Sure. Ooh, the pool. Or mailroom. I don't think I'm going to be able to make use of the locker room, sauna, and pump room. I don't have the steps for it, so let's get the mailroom. Please return all correspondences and packages addressed to Danny Ravane. Oh, Denny Ravane. Oh, okay, okay. That's who. Former groundskeeper. Oh, I already understood this. I already solved that entire puzzle, actually. Oh, a letter for Simon. Okay. From Dad. Hey, buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people will be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think that you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So So do both of us a favor. Be excited. This house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that'll actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dirge blocks. See, Barb, I just understood that that was a troll. Okay? Oh, I don't have the safety deposit box key. I had that last run, but not this run. I don't like the roguelike. Don't like it. Like, the challenge isn't even solving the puzzles, it's getting to the puzzles. I don't want to do that. That doesn't interest me. Sure. Maybe I can get lucky. Get a boiler room. That's not a boiler room. Boiler room. Nope, nothing. Oh yeah, banana. That means I can actually step in here for all the good that'll do. Compass. And an ordinary key. I know. I know you need boiler room power. Yay. Literally, what did I find from that run? I found out that the guy's name is Danny. Didn't even write down his actual name. Like revenge-ish? It sounded vaguely like revenge. Alright, this is my last run for today. Alright, let's try school again. Do I actually need to step in there? Is there going to be anything for me? I don't think so. Come on, game. Just let me classroom strat. Alright, fine. Library is something. We can read another book. Oh, the only one, right, because it just got added from the bookshop. Graciously gifted by Simon P. Jones, even. Don't want to read all of this. Alright, fine. In the world of drafting, the tools an architect wields are crucial in shaping their vision and bringing their designs to life. The precision, elegance, and functionality of these instruments can have a profound effect on the drafting process and the final outcome of your project. That's why it's very important to choose the right tools to complement your drafting techniques. In this issue of drafting strategy, we will dive into the vast realm of inventory, bringing to light the many hidden tools of the trade that can enhance your favorite strategies and elevate your architectural ambitions to unprecedented heights. From classic compasses and T-squares to state-of-the-art software upgrades, the variety of drafting tools available to architects today is staggering. As we navigate this diverse landscape, regardless of whether you're a seasoned professional seeking to refine your toolkit or a budding draftsman searching for a basic set of instruments, the following articles will provide invaluable insights and guidance for architects of all levels. The Guiding Compass, an introduction to drafting items. You can't have a conversation about drafting items without starting with gems. A more short-term alternative to paying gem costs is utilizing a stopwatch to bypass any gem costs you encounter during a frantic 1-minute drafting dash. Of course, if you're wealthy enough to be able to afford to purchase it from the showroom, this very high-end luxury item, the Emerald Bracelet, removes the gem cost of special floor plans altogether. Repellent spray. But why remove gem costs when you can just remove the whole room? Repellent spray can free you of that annoying floor plan for up to a week. Ivory dice, brass compass. Adjust the orientation of floor plans if a room has another exit, has a high chance to lead north. Silver key, the orientation of floor plans matters less when rooms have tons of doors. Silver key guarantees that your draft will result in a room with enough doors to ensure they lead where you want them to go. Gear wrench, the first item that can adjust the rarity of floor plans in the draft pool. Although it only works on mechanical rooms, it's a useful item for customizing your experience. Ornate compass lets you rotate stuff. Glue, grease, and guts, crafted from the depths of resourcefulness and innovation. Contraptions are makeshift creations born from the fusion of two or more distinct tools. Through soldering, taping, and a liberal amount of hot glue, inventors can use the workbench found in the workshop to bring together disparate elements to forge something far greater than the sum of its parts. Blind experimentation is often the most rewarding avenue for true innovators, but for those crafters who need a bit of inspiration or guidance, we've included a list of common contraption components. Question mark, a component in one contraption. Thanks. Upgrades. 16 total upgrade discs. Perhaps the most exciting item an architect can come across is an upgrade disk. This floppy data disk houses a wellspring of unique architectural plans designed explicitly for a specific room. By inserting the disk into a computer terminal, architects gain the ability to shape the destiny of a room, guided by the enticing designs contained on the disk. This myriad of options not only allows architects to craft floor plans that align with their preferred strategies, but also enables them to adapt their creations to evolving project requirements. Furthermore, the Upgrade Disk's array of plans ensures that no two architects will follow the same path, fostering a landscape of diverse architectural designs. Yep. Tool tips, tricks for itemized success. Stringing together adjoining hallways has always been the most straightforward hallway strategy when using a hall pass. Use the tunnel or the secret passage to get longer chains of hallways. You can adjust, yep. Keycard settings, yep. Most green rooms can only be drafted along the edges of your house, and the secret garden is no exception. You can use to scan any locked door leading to one of these room positions. Oh, okay, that's neat. For the endeavoring gardener, a watering can is a fundamental tool. But did you know you can refill its item with water? All you need to do is find a faucet with running water. Okay, that's cool. You come across any fancy ruby socketed candlesticks, you may want to take note in case I can find an item that can produce a flame. These specific candlesticks contain mechanical triggers. Okay. That are tripped when the candle is lit. I haven't found anything that can produce a flame so far. Tools are cool, but they're only as good as the architect who harnesses their capabilities. As you finish reading this issue of Drafting Strategy, I want you to open up your menu and look at your inventory. Take a moment to look at each item and contemplate the true potential they all hold. The same potential you see there is the same potential that resides within yourself. For it is not the tools themselves that will sculpt the grand structures and monuments of tomorrow, but the deft hands and brilliant minds of architects like you. Yeah, the tools in my inventory, game. Oh my god. So mean. So very mean. All of these suck. I'll take a great haul, I guess, and not be happy about it. Okay, come on. Let me classroom strats. Game, please. Let me classroom strats. Yay. Now we just need gems. I need many more gems. That's not a gem. You get me gems. Closet might be gems, but there are better ways of getting gems. Well, that's one gem. One gem is one gem. You know what they say. Gems is gems. Alright, classroom. Let's see what you can give me. I've got 4 redraws. Okay. Ooh, my package has been delivered in the mailroom. Yeah, okay, I want to see what the package is. A sleeping mask and 2 gems. Okay. What is on this flag? Alright, gang, can you start giving me classrooms now? I have a bunch of gems. You know you don't want to. Okay. Gems are not in a box with a true statement. The statement on the blue box is as true as this statement. Okay, so you can both be true, in which case they're in black. Or if you're false, then this is also true. So this is definitely true. The gems are not in a box with a true statement. So this is true, and this is true, which means that you have to be the false one that the thing is in. Well, I have a magnifying glass now for all the good that'll do me. Okay. Can we change classrooms? We're in classroom grade 2, right? Yes, we have those puzzles. Number puzzles. And I can re-roll a great many times. Why is that 8 sideways? That's not the only 8 that's been sideways. Curious. I can't use the secret garden tree. Please give me the boiler room. Alright, let's see. What experiment can we run? Yay, my steps are set to 40. Well, you're not the boiler room, but you do give me additional opportunities to find the boiler room, which is something. Let's give you a redraw. Great. Maybe I can get a dark room here. If I can get a dark room or a boiler room, I'll be happy. Can I get a dark room? Now a boiler room won't make me happy, but a dark room will at least be something. Nope, and it's just a dead end that I can't do anything with. Great. What was the pattern? I just feel like doing this. Cloth, blue, green, white, red, purple. This is very annoying. Like, I just don't have the control that I want. Did I already get that you have a knight? Yeah. Okay. Alright, I am done for today and possibly for longer because I don't know if I want to keep playing this game. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.